Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and back to another Ride With Me vlog. Today I have the fall finals show vlog for you, and I just wanted to come on here and say something beforehand. This show did not go as planned. I most definitely did not display my best riding at this show. And I know after you watch my rounds, there's probably going to be a lot of you that really want to go to the comments and tell me to sit up, sit back, stretch tall. Respectfully, please don't. I don't really want to hear it. This was a really tough show for me. I can definitely see it in my videos. What needs to change? My trainer was telling it to me the whole time. I'm not proud of the way that I was riding. Canberra was very strong and I was just very tense, and it wasn't my best riding, and I know for sure, and I know what I need to work on. I don't need a bunch of people telling me that in the comment section. Genuinely, I didn't really want to post this vlog at all, but since I showcase my riding journey online, it's very important to me that I show all aspects of it, so the good and the bad, which includes this show. So I just wanted to put that out there before we got into the vlog, because I know there's probably going to be a lot of people that are just itching to tell me how to ride. And trust me, like me too, watching it back, I want to scream at myself as well, but I learned a lot from that show, and moving forward, I will definitely not be making those same mistakes. Yeah, so I just wanted to say that before. And also, I did try my best to film more like behind the scenes of the show. It was super busy. It's very stressed. It's hard for me to do that on my own, especially when there's like no place for me to really like prop up my phone to film. Next year though, I'm making it a priority to make proper show vlogs. I'm gonna get help. I'm gonna get my mom to come, and she's gonna get behind the scenes stuff, and I'll have better show vlogs for you, I promise. But I had to work with what I had for this one. So let's get into it. Good morning guys, welcome back to my channel and back to another Ride With Me vlog. Today is the day. It's fall finals. Whew, I'm excited, but I'm so nervous. I am here pretty early. I'm not showing until I think we start at 3:30 p.m. but so we are showing Friday night and then very early Saturday morning. So Canberra's gonna have a little sleepover. She's going to stay the night there. So we are going early this morning to sanitize, set up the stalls, decorate them, get them all ready. So we'll go do that. Then we'll come back to the barn, grab the horses, and then take them back. So I am here. It is a frosty morning. I see frost absolutely everywhere. Canberra's legs are pretty muddy. I'm going to have to clean them. I don't know how well that's going to work because it is pretty chilly this morning. I think it's going to be about like 7, 8, 9 degrees later on in the day. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of cold and the water is not warm, so we'll see how that goes. So I'm gonna go get her and then we'll get ready, and I'll try and film as much as I possibly can. I get super distracted during show days and I'm just too busy. I forget to film, but I'll do my very best because I do want to show you guys behind the scenes and what all that looks like, because I've never done like a stay away show before. I'm going home because I live like 35-ish minutes away from the venue, so that's not too bad. I get to drive home, but Canberra is gonna have a sleepover. All right, let's go see her. Canberra, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hi. Hello. All right, good morning. Can I come down here? Ugh. Hey, good morning. Pretty girl. Do you have some burrs there? We'll get those out. Take her inside. Yeah, it's definitely, look at all the frost. It's definitely too cold to wash the legs. She's only got one white sock, but I'll see what I can do to clean. Let's go. Come on. Okay, so I brought Canberra inside and I chased her around the stall for a little while trying to get her blanket off. And then I went to town on those legs, just using a wet sponge, a hard brush, and some towels to clean off the mud of her legs. I think I did a pretty decent job, although I did forget to film it, so I'm sorry. And then we loaded up the truck with everything that we needed to sanitize the stalls and just decorate our area. So we have 4 stalls, but we just needed 2 set up for tonight, just for Canberra and Breezy. So I made her a nice little bed of shavings. She has 2 water buckets and a grain bucket. The hay is going to come when we bring the horses. And this is our little corner that we set up. We ended up bringing some pictures from our barn later, and then we went and brought the horses, and Canberra genuinely did not care at all. She was so chill. She was just eating her hay, minding her business. This definitely doesn't seem like it was her first rodeo. Meanwhile, Breezy was over there screaming Bloody Mary, but Canberra was super chill about it. So immediately off the bat, when she starts trotting, you can see her doing her little hoppy thingy, and that's because she wants to kind of take off, move forward, and I'm not letting her. I'm riding extremely defensively, and from the moment I got on, that's what my trainer was telling me. I could feel right away how strong and how forward she was, and just immediately I reverted to a defensive riding style, kind of hunched over, leaning forward, very stiff in the arms, and it's not correct whatsoever. I was having a hard time breaking out of that. And to be honest, I did not give Canberra the grace that she deserves. This was a new environment for her. It was very different for her. She wasn't used to it. She was very looky at a lot of things, and I just wasn't giving her grace for it. And that is 100% my fault. She did have a mini meltdown at one of the garbage cans earlier, which wasn't caught on camera. But yeah, she was pretty freaked out by the arena, and the people standing and watching on the side were a big deal for her. And to be honest, I always do find Canberra quite strong whenever we're in an arena with lots of other riders. Like, she's always trying to play catch up whenever she's behind someone. She was feeling very strong, very forward, which I genuinely should have expected because, again, as my trainer said, I was expecting her to move like a school horse, and we are at a big show with lots of riders, a new environment for her, and I was just not giving her grace for that. So yeah, I'm pretty disappointed in the way that I was handling her during the entirety of this show, but it was a learning lesson for me for sure. I also found it very difficult to ride in the warm-up ring in general. There were a ton of riders. It didn't really seem like anyone was following the left-to-left passing rule, and also there was a lot of riders that were walking on the outside. If you don't know, ring etiquette is the slower gates stick to the inside. So if you were walking, you should be walking on the inside only, not on the outside rails. So yeah, there was a lot of that happening. So I was definitely having a hard time riding in this ring, especially with Canberra being so forward and covering so much ground. I was definitely using my pulley rein a lot just to try and gain some control, and doing some half halts as well. I was definitely not riding my best today. I was not handling her the best. And a lovely quote from my trainer from this weekend was, "You're on a horse that has different speeds. If you want to ride a horse with the same speed, I'll give you a quarter and you can go to the mall and ride one of the mechanical horses." It was good advice. What can I say? Well, that was embarrassing. My trainer told me to look for a quieter distance, and I did that instead. So that was great. We finished the warm-up doing some trot-ins and halts after to try and get her to back off a bit, and that did seem to help. Okay, so now we're doing our schooling round, and the second that I stepped in the ring and started trotting around, Canberra was looking at everything. And again, I did not give her grace for this at all. This is her first time seeing this arena, this ring, all these jumps. I don't know. I just wasn't expecting her to be looking at anything. And that is genuinely so unreasonable of me. And also when she refused, I should have given her a second to, look at the jump, sniff the jump. But to be honest, I didn't really know that was allowed. I didn't know if I was going to get excused from the ring, if I was just standing there and letting her look at the jumps. Well, turns out that is most definitely allowed. And And, you know, I learned that. It was definitely a struggle to get Canberra to go over all of these jumps. Believe it or not, I was trying to get her to canter the whole course, but she kept breaking to trot because she was very unsure about everything. And that was a very bouncy, springy trot. And then she was trotting up to the jump. It seemed like she wasn't going to go. And then all of a sudden she would launch over it. And my position and my balance was just terrible. So I was losing my stirrup constantly. This schooling round, in my opinion, was an absolute disaster. When I came out of the round, my trainer was like, "You got her over all the jumps. That's good." Like, that is the point of a schooling round. And genuinely, I kind of forgot that that is the point of a schooling round. I was kind of treating this more like it was a judged round, but really this was just an opportunity for me to give Canberra a chance to look at all the jumps and just get her over all of them. But I did not have the right mindset for this round. Again, I'm just genuinely very disappointed in the way that I handled her. And I'm not going to lie, in full transparency, there were some tears shed after this round.
But thanks. I know what I'm doing.
Okay, so now we are back in the ring for our first trip, and I'm happy to say that now that Canberra has had a chance to look at everything, this was significantly better, and I'm very proud of her for being as brave as she was and getting over all the jumps and not refusing any of them. 100% though, she would have done a drive-by on every single jump if I had let her. So it was still a tough round. We also did not get any of our starting in the lines. It was supposed to be 5 and we were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, never mind. So we got 1. But a lot of them we were getting 6, which I did get in trouble for. But overall, I am a lot happier with how this went. All right, so this is our second trip, and this was the last class of the day. And that wraps up day 1. I felt like we ended on a pretty good note with each round. It felt like she was getting better. She wasn't spooking at anything, and it felt like she was definitely backing off a bit and calming down. So I was pretty hopeful for day 2, but that was quickly squashed when we started day 2. Anyways, after cooling down the horses, we took them back to their stall where they had some dinner. And the barn that we were stabled in, it wasn't heated. It was actually very chilly. Somehow it felt colder than outside. I don't even know how that's possible. So the horses did sleep with their blankets on. Hey, bye-bye. Enjoy your sleepover. Enjoy your sleepover. Breezy's like, screw you. How dare you abandon me here?
Are you gonna be perfect little angel superstar tomorrow? Hopefully. Don't get eliminated from everything.
Bye, guys. Bye-bye.
Breezy!
What is she doing? What's she doing?
Good morning. Good morning. Canberra had a crazy night, apparently. It's a mess. Did you drink water? Oh, she drank almost all her water. Would you like some cream? All right, so I was feeling a lot better with how we finished, and I thought that the next day was going to be even better because she's already seen the jumps. There was open schooling at 6:30 a.m., which we did go into, so you could ride in the ring around the jumps, not over them. And she didn't really want to look at anything. The outside line jumps were put away to the side, and conveniently enough, those were the jumps that she was spooking on. The second day was not better. She was feeling a lot better in the warm-up, and I was genuinely like very hopeful. I thought that that was a really good sign, but that's not how the judged rounds ended up turning out. All right, so we're in the ring for our first trip. There is no schooling round, and I did not think that it was going to be a problem, but as you can see there, she's quite looky at the outside jumps, and those are the ones that were not out in the open schooling. But yeah, she was feeling 10 times stronger today than she was yesterday. She was feeling calmer in the warm-up than she was the first day, but she was feeling way stronger in the ring. And we were excused from the ring after that refusal. So yeah, that was upsetting, but we moved forward, and now we're back in the ring for our second trip.
Second trip number 104 is Canberra and I, from Ryan Clara. So Emily on deck, round 1, and Dean 2 out. 6 for Kate, 7 for Holly, 8 for Peyton, 9 for Ruby, and 10 for Wanda.
Here I actually thought that she was going to run into the metal gate. She was going so fast and her outside shoulder was swinging out so far. I actually thought that she was going to run into the gate and I was going to go flying off. All right, so we survived, and honestly, that's the most I could have hoped for at this point. That's what I was hoping for. So they had us all come in the ring now for the hack class, and they had us line up in the center, and they were splitting us in half. Thank goodness, because there were, I think, like 30 people in my division, and there is just absolutely no space to be doing a hack class with 30 people in the ring. So they split us up, which was good. Even so, I still had a hard time finding space because Canberra was covering a ton of ground.
The riders have space out of this ring. There's lots of room. Space out of the ring. There's lots of room. Judge, at the walk, please. All walk. And to the trot, please. All trot.
So she was feeling very strong in the hack, which I definitely was expecting. One, just because there is a ton of riders in the ring, and she's just always way stronger when there's a lot of riders in the ring. She likes to catch up and pass everyone. So I was having a hard time finding space. So I was doing a lot of circles at this end of the ring, and my trainer, I heard her say to me as I was passing her one time, "Stop circling." And I was like, "I'm sorry." I definitely should have just stayed to the inside instead of just circling so the judge could have a chance to see us. I don't think that would have made a difference, though, to be honest. I just don't think Canberra was moving very nicely. There were some very, very nice horses in the ring today, but we did the best that we could.
And down to the walk, please. All walk. And canter, please. All canter. And to the walk, please. All walk.
So then the judge picked the horses that she liked, and they were told to go and stand in the center. And then the rest of us had to go and do walk, trot, canter on the right side.
Down to the walk, please. All walk.
So the judge picked a couple more that she liked, and then the rest of us were excused. And then they did the hack with the second half, and then brought the ones that they liked from both back in for the final round of judging. And that's all the footage that I have for you guys. To be completely honest, after the show, I was in no mood to film. I did not want to film anything. I needed time to like wallow in my depression and sulk and just reflect on the experience. So I didn't film anything after, but that's all that I have. As much as I didn't want to show this because I'm riding very poorly in these videos, it's important for me to showcase that whether you can learn from my mistakes, or maybe you're kind of going through the same thing and you'll feel less alone. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope it was entertaining for you. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Bye. Bye-bye.